Let's see if I can reload this. See if it's actually working. Mm, Same streaming.
Are you gonna stream it again?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it's actually receiving. Yeah, it is.
Holy shit, dude! I have 82 hours on Tabletop Simulator already.
And that's all
Holy
conflict of
crazy.
arms and some of your
Are you gonna stream it again?
what do you call it? Some of your cards. Let's see. Yeah. Hopefully he joins here. I'll get a game set up. Get some fortunate sun going in the background.
All right.
It's on the stream. I don't want to monetize this anyways. Just want it for some fun.
Right. Oh, they won't like cancel your stream. They'll just demonetize it.
Yeah, I think so.
Like for just that stream, or like they give you like a strike.
Well, they might give me a strike, and if they do, then I'll just stop doing the music in the future
Got it.
ones.
Heck is Sallow?
Hey, did you see my message?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We just
Hold
might
on.
use the.
I didn't see the newest one. Yeah, is that a app on the phone or an app on the computer?
Yeah, it's a phone app. It's a phone app.
Do
You can get
you?
it for the computer, but it'd
I
probably be better
probably
to
would do
use with
that
your phone.
just so because I'm live streaming, so just so I can record his voice.
Okay. Yeah, you can get it on the computer too. It's free. It's a lot like Messenger. It's
Gotcha.
a really popular like it's kind of a social media, but it's more just for group calls. It's kind of like a not as advanced Discord.
Gotcha.
That's weird. I wonder who even uses that.
just Vietnamese and Chinese people, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is it Zalo.me?
Yeah, Zalo. Yeah, that's right.
Zalo. Okay.
But all the Vietnamese pronounce it as Yalo.
Yalo. That's all in like Vietnamese. I can't read
But
it.
translate.
Oh, there's an English version. There's an English version.
Okay.
Yeah. Like its two modes are English and Vietnamese. Like a lot of Vietnamese overseas use it to communicate with their families in Vietnam. So
Ah,
some of them aren't the best at Vietnamese, so they put it in English mode.
gotcha.
But yes, if you need, just Google Translate until you find the English mode. Then once you make your account on there, I'll send you a request,
Ah, that
and then we'll
works.
start a group call.
All right, download. There's a web version. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a web version and there's an app version.
Cool. I'll download it.
Okay, I'm gonna call him back and let him know that you're downloading it.
All right. I clicked on the English version.
Click the 3 bars in the
there it
top
goes.
left
Yep,
and
I
change
see
the
it.
language.
Uh,
What the heck? That's interesting. Here's all the codes. Separate. You have to use them. Okay.
alrighty. Translate to English. Oh, it's that button. I see. How do you make an account?
That's a good question.
It's always about logging in, but maybe official account? Hey Ben, are you there?
Oh, you left.
He left.
I think you have to just do login and use your phone. I think that's what it says on.
No, because it's asking for a password. So there's got to be a way to make an account.
Oh my god. What a night.
Yeah. Let me try downloading it on my phone and then log into a computer.
What could I? Oh, well. I won't have time to play anyway. I gotta leave. So.
Alrighty.
Did you find it?
Yeah, we found it. It was just struggling to figure out how to make an account.
Oh, okay. You just use your phone number, and then you can add me by my phone number. I posted it in the Discord thing.
Okay. Where was the option to make the account though?
Uh, I did it like 4 years ago. I don't remember.
Oh, gotcha.
let me let me look it up
Like,
again.
cause there's a login option, but there's no like make account or new account.
Let's see. Log into Zalo official management portal. Click create new official account. Let's see, where is that? There's a YouTube guide on it.
Well, I'm gonna install it on my phone, and we can try and go from there.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, I think it's probably easier if you install it on the phone and then make your account on there and then log in on the web.
That's
Because
what I'll try.
I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. Because I also have the computer version of it, but I mostly just use the phone version.
Gotcha.
Is Costo also making an account?
He is, but he had a jump. He had to
Okay.
go.
No
He was
biggie.
he was only stopping to say hi.
Okay.
But yeah, we can do a game between you and me. I'm assuming
Sure.
Will is not available.
I don't think he is, but he should be tomorrow night.
Okay. Well, it's taking quite a bit to download on my phone.
Oh.
It's quite a big app, I guess.
Big app. Yeah, I can only be on here until like 9:50. Then I gotta go to work. But
Yeah, that's more than enough
I'll be
time
here
for a
until.
turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll worry about the Zalo thing later.
Okay.
Unless he was planning on joining us, talking with us.
What?
Was he planning on talking with us?
Yes, because he wants to
Oh,
like learn
I see.
the game.
Yeah.
So that he can start working on the translation soon after he's
Right.
played like maybe 3 turns.
Yeah. All right, I'll keep going here with Zalo, then we'll wait a little longer.
Yeah.
I will start up a new game.
Okay. Yeah, he's got the game installed and everything. Let me
Awesome.
call him and tell him that we'll be starting a group call as soon as you get it downloaded.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's try and get this set up. Yeah, there's a new account button. Awesome. Oh, that's odd. I put a No? Okay. Weird. Yeah, why are these, they're messed up. Huh. Interesting. Why doesn't this one work? Let's try back on the computer. Hmm. New account. So it says to do it on the phone. I guess there's no way to do it on the computer. The issue is that the phone number, it's all like 4-digit, 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 and that's not how US phone numbers are. Alrighty, let's see if this works this time. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's see, one person is watching. Well, let's see if I can get back to Ben here. See if he's ready. Because I'm having issues connecting to whatever kind of chat channel this is.
Hey there, did you figure out how to get it installed?
So I have it installed, but it's not. It's giving me errors trying to make an account.
Okay.
So like I'm trying to input my phone number, and it's like a bunch of 4-digit sections instead of like.
Confirmation code?
No, like for your phone number, it's all 4-digit. It's like 4-digit, 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 instead of like a standard
Oh.
U.S.
Oh yeah.
phone
Did
number.
you make sure to change the? Did you make sure to change the national number?
Yeah, I
to
changed it to
USA?
U.S.,
One.
but
Yeah.
it's still doing that. So like,
That's strange.
I don't know what's going on with it. And then I mean, I put in my number. It looks a little awkward, but
Okay.
then it's saying that there's an error, and I have to try again in 24 hours.
What the hell?
So yeah, that might not be doable tonight.
What? Okay. Let me see.
Is there any other options?
I don't know. I'll ask. I'll call back and ask.
Okay.
But here's a. I don't know if this will help you or not, but here's a video that has the info for it.
Okay, I might take a look at it. I'm
Alright.
going to start the server, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and join.
Okay. Let's see.
Alright, let's see if I can get this going here. Can I change this to game? Because I don't want you guys to see my background. There it is. Beautiful. Alright, that's fixed. So now we're in Tabletop Simulator. And I can go to here now. Perfect.
Building your online business?
Stop. Too loud. Maybe I downloaded the wrong app. Let's try reinstalling it.
Seal his face. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name.
Hey, I think we got his Discord working.
Yeah,
I
you
think we
guys
got
hear
his
me?
Discord working. Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me? All right,
Yeah, I can hear you.
all right, all right, all right.
You were able to get Discord
Uh,
set up?
sorry, it's that my audio went small. What was it?
Okay.
You said?
You were able to get this to work.
Your Discord working.
No, I actually I have no versions of the game. I haven't downloaded the game on this PC. Let me be clear. I cannot download the game on the PC that I'm using now because the laptop that I installed it, I left it at another uh, at my grandfather's house.
I see.
So yeah, yeah, for some reason I gotta see my dad in hospital, and then I went back to his home. So and it's 1 hour away from my grandfather's house, so it's not really convenient for me to get there and get back the computer again.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Are you able to install on this PC you're on?
excuse me, what?
Will you be
Are you
able
able
to
to
install
install
it?
it on?
No, because well, I don't know for some reasons even I use the VPN app, I cannot access Steam on this PC.
Okay, well here's an idea. Can we at least go over the rules and have Jay Saber stream the images of or stream the game, and then you can at least get an overview of the rules.
Yeah. I mean, I got over the rules. He explained it quite clearly last time.
Okay.
What I really want is get involved in it, so I
So why
understand
don't
more.
we have you play through Discord? It'll be a little annoying.
Yeah,
Because you won't be able to grab pieces directly, but me or Ben
Yeah, I
could.
just tell you what I do. That's what you did the last time, right? With the other guy with a Jinx whatever profile
Costo.
picture. I don't remember. Was that what he did? Was that what
Yeah.
he did with
So
you last time?
so last time Costco was playing on his own computer. He has the game, but
Uh,
what we could do is I could stream the game on Discord, and then you can tell
yeah.
me what pieces you want to buy, what pieces you want to move.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that. Start out.
Right. I got it. I got it. So let's do it that way.
Okay.
So there is a live stream
Right now.
on Discord. Yep, it just popped up.
Yeah, I'm hopping in.
Okay.
And I'm opening the tabletop simulator on my computer.
All right.
Oh, is it so this one is the default setting the default
Yes,
thing.
there are two game setups. There's the 1965 start date, and then there's the Tet offensive start date.
Uh,
So this is the 1965 start date.
all right. Okay, so now I gotta choose a side, right?
Yeah, there you have America, South Vietnam, North Vietnam, and the Viet Cong. So you can choose whoever you want to play as.
Um, let me play as American in South Vietnam today.
Okay.
All right.
Um, I'll play as the North Vietnamese if you're fine with that. Then Ben.
The- yeah, I'll be the Viet
Yeah,
Cong.
Okay.
yeah. Just beat my ass.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, the
All right,
hardest
all right.
the hardest nations to play are America and the South.
Yeah, he's playing on hard mode.
Why? 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 If
Uh,
the game is not balanced, why is everyone ready to play that?
it's just
You
because
mean
they
it's
have
just
to.
harder? It's just yeah, technically harder. Not they're on the really weaker side, right?
They're not on the weaker side. It's harder because they're focusing on multiple areas.
Yeah, right.
So it's more of a strategic difficulty versus a uh like a currency difficulty. Like it's not hard in the sense where you make a ton of money, so you can buy a lot, but you also need to focus in multiple areas at the same time.
Uh-huh.
That's why it's hard. I mean, I'm not going to say it's hard. It's more difficult than the communist faction. So, I'm going to real quick go over the victory objectives for, I guess, the first start date. For the Democratic faction, this applies to both South Vietnam and America. There are two victory objectives currently. There, before January 1968, or I should say by, not before, but by January 1968, there need to be no Viet Cong controlled tiles in South Vietnam. North Vietnamese tiles are okay, but not. You need to essentially kick out the Viet Cong out of South Vietnam. The second one that is activated for the whole game is that Hanoi being democratically controlled.
Yeah,
So either that's America capturing it, the South capturing it, or both of them capturing it somehow.
yeah.
For the
Okay.
communist forces, there are also two victory objectives at the start of the game, but these two don't have any dates where they expire, whereas the Democratic team has one that expires. For the
Uh-huh.
communist team, American morale has to be less than 7, and Hue has to be communist controlled. The other victory objective is if they control Saigon by the end of the turn. So those are the two
Uh,
objectives. A later game objective does open up, does activate starting 1970. But until then, there's typically only 1 to 2 objectives in which the American and South, this this first one, this first victory objective, will end by this turn. That's part of the reason why
uh-huh.
it's a little more difficult because from the Tet Offensive until just before 1970, there's only one possible victory condition that the Democratic forces can acquire, whereas the communists still have two. So that's also why it's a little bit more difficult as the Democratic team. All right. Now that
Who
we
goes
figure
first again?
it it's done by a dice roll, but before we do dice rolls, we will start with our purchases, in which I'm
All right.
going to help the Vitali.
Okay.
All right, Vitali. So starting off here,
Yep.
you have $23 to spend as the South Vietnamese, and the monarch is Laos. You can build in both areas. So I'm going to give you a quick overview. Saigon has 2 Rangers. They're good attacking units. They're better than infantry in attacking, but they're worse at defending. They're faster than infantry. So infantry move 1 tile, whereas the Rangers can move 2. That's part of their light infantry ability. However, the Rangers cannot capture territory, whereas the infantry can. The Rangers are also your specialists as the South Vietnamese. And to defend from raiding, you need a specialist unit. So, for example, in this tile here, let's say you had a facility in this tile. This Viet Cong sapper has a unique ability called improvised explosives, meaning they can do 1 round of raiding for free without needing supply. And they'll only get that as long as you don't have a defending specialist. So if you have a specialist here, this sapper would require a supply to do a raid. All right? So you need to worry about the Viet Cong sappers because they're the only ones who get the improvised explosives. The North Vietnamese do not get that bonus. But continuing, the Ranger and the Sapper are essentially the same piece. They're used in the same sense as raiding infrastructure, and they're a ground unit. They're also required to defend infrastructure. Let's say this Ranger was not in this tile. That would mean that this Sapper would get 1 round of combat for free. And if it hits, it would apply 1 damage to the firebase. That's scenario 1. Scenario 2 is you have a defender, a Ranger in this case. Could be American Marine, but in this case it's a Ranger. This Sapper would need a supply to raid this firebase. During that round of combat, if the Sapper hits, it will apply the damage to only the firebase or some other facility. Then the Ranger would get its defensive role. And then the supply would be consumed for the round of combat, forcing the Sapper to retreat because he's out of supply. The sappers and Rangers, and the North Vietnamese sappers, these ones, when they retreat, they have a couple of options, unlike other units. They can retreat into the tile they're attacking, they just simply leave the battle. Or they could retreat back to the tile they came from. That's the options with the sappers. So I'm going to put this guy back here for now. This doesn't actually exist. So, going over your production, because it's probably going to influence what you buy. You can build 1 unit in Cao Mau. You can build 3 units in Saigon. The production is the value of the tile. 3 units in Nha Trang. 2 units in Hue. 3 units in Vientiane. And 1 unit in Phong Sali. That is all of your locations of production and how much you could produce there if you wanted to build stuff there. Alrighty. So let's start with your purchases. You have $23. These bonuses we'll go over when they apply. So starting off here, Ben, did you ever send Vitaly the unofficial PDF of the rulebooks?
I did not, but you should probably send him that, or maybe even send him the official one so that he can get to work on translating him soon.
The thing is, I don't have official just yet. It'll be done by the end of August.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever's convenient for you.
Okay.
Also, I'm ready to buy the game. By the way,
Okay.
I got enough money on my credit card to do it.
All right. We'll take care of that later.
Yeah.
So, the standard infantry cost $3. Your specialists, as the South, cost $4. And typically specialists cost $4 for the other nations too, but the American Marines cost $5. That's because they're a little stronger. The APC, which is a unit that is meant for transporting more than anything, that cost $5. The MBT stands for Main Battle Tank. That is just a really strong unit. It does suffer some serious penalties in the jungles. And since it's a vehicle ground unit, it will get stuck in mountain tiles, such as the APCs will also get stuck in mountain tiles.
I was just thinking that tanks are actually like around the Saigon area pretty useful.
Yeah, as long as you don't drive them into a river jungle tile. That would be minus
Oh,
40 your attack.
Okay.
Anyways, the tanks might be getting some kind of buff in the future before I do the final release of the rules. Still debating that. Just want to add something to
Yeah.
make them a little interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, the howitzer costs $5, and you can pair when attacking with a howitzer. If you have an infantry or a ranger in this case, also in the battle, you can pair one of those infantry type units with the howitzer to increase the attack value of the infantry type by 1. So, like, we'll go through all that when battles happen, but I'm just trying to give you some of their abilities in case you want to focus on something. Anti-air guns you typically don't need to worry about too much, but in general, they cost $4, and they only fire at air units. They don't do anything to ground units. Same thing with SAMs. These are better anti-air units. They have a target selection if they hit, but they cost more. Next up, you have the standard jet fighter, which costs 9. It has a movement of 8, so essentially you could think of that as you could attack 4 tiles out, but you have to return back to an airbase within 4 tiles of where you attacked. The aircraft, the airplanes, I should say, have to end their turn at a airbase, and in that case, also start their turn at an airbase. The attack helicopters are a interesting new piece. They can bring a supply or a infantry type unit with them for a combat. And then if it brings the infantry type unit, it will get 1 free round of combat. And it's specifically the first round of combat in this case. So let's say you were attacking with multiple armies and you're emerging to attack a single tile. The infantry that is transported by the attack helicopter would just be considered part of the whole army that's attacking. So it would, in that case, need supply because the other units that are not transported by the attack helicopter need supply. The transport helicopter, which is represented as a Chinook, in this tabletop simulator, I wasn't able to find a model for it, so it's just a standard helicopter model. But transport helicopters can carry a lot. but they're only non-combat maneuvers, meaning a Chinook in this case cannot do any attacks, only specifically reinforcements and maneuvers. Supply cost $1. Each supply allows for 1 round of combat. So if you are attacking a tile with 5 defenders and you have, let's say, 7 attacking units, and let's say you expect to hit 1 or 2, to expect to cause 1 or 2 casualties on the defender, you're going to need at least 3 rounds of combat for that. So you'll need 3 supply minimum. So you'd probably want to bring more supply than not, especially with America, because they'll have penalties if they retreat fully. Lastly are the facilities. These have some unique abilities with the ones that you can actually build. But the factory, the port, and the airbase, you've already seen Vitali, and I've explained them. But generally, you need to try and keep them in an operable condition. The factories are inoperable at 6 damage or above. The ports are inoperable at 4 damage and above. The air bases are inoperable at 3 and above. Fire bases and supply depots are inoperable at 2 and above. They all have some pretty unique abilities for the ones you can build. And I've already explained those, but if you decide to buy one, I'll explain them again when the time comes. So,
Probably covered everything he needs to know for buying, so you
yeah,
could probably let him decide what to buy now.
yep. Would it be better if I zoomed in all the way like this?
Yeah, I would,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I,
yeah.
yeah, if I were you, I would probably like hover over the sheet with the cost of everything.
It actually makes it smaller. I'm able to zoom in closer. Generally, as a rule of thumb, I would say you would want to buy at least 3 supply every turn per nation, because you'll probably be expending about 3 supply,
Yeah.
if not more.
By the way,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy supplies.
Supply is also a production slot. So, for example, in Saigon, you can build 3 units, while supply is still a unit, meaning you could put 1 supply there in 2 units, or you could do 3 supply, or whatever combination you plan on doing. But just let
Okay,
me.
okay,
let me take a look on the map, and then we can switch to this.
do
Yeah.
I start with 11 conscription points or 14? Because the calculator originally had 14, and then I counted down from that, but then I saw over here it says 11.
You start at 14 for the starting setup. Your
Okay.
starting income, though, is only 11. The reason for that is because last turn you had Russian Lend-Lease. That's why it's at 14.
Okay.
All right. Where would you like to look, Vitali?
In Saigon first.
Okay.
In Saigon.
So,
Okay, so we have two
go
supplies
ahead.
here.
Yep. You also have a
Okay,
supply
so I'm
up
gonna
here.
buy mm, yeah, so I wanna get 1 supply in Saigon, and what do you yeah what do you expect me to buy in Saigon,
What would I
Ben?
recommend, or do you want Ben to answer that?
Uh, no, I want his recommendations,
Okay.
and then I can decide for myself.
Um, I've only played this game once, so but I do think that you should probably put some anti-guerrilla forces, the Rangers, in there. Like that's a legitimately kind of smart strategy. Now the fun dumb strategy would be to put a tank in there, but they're ridiculously expensive, and
I,
they're
I would
really
not
cost.
just start with a tank right away. Because
I don't know. I mean, like Saigon's not the best place to have it, but the areas around Saigon have some potential for use of a tank. But he mentioned earlier that rivers hurt tanks' performances. So, or is that only attacking into them, or is that even occupying River
So
X?
for tanks, it's attacking only, but for jungles, it is a significant loss of function for both
Yeah.
attacking and defending.
Okay, so if you were to defend Saigon with a tank, it'd be a full 7, right?
It would be a full 7, yep.
Okay, then honestly, I mean, just for that tile or for Hue, a tank isn't an awful investment, but it's expensive, so it'd probably be better spent on stuff
And
to fight against
when
guerrillas.
when he
Like,
says expensive, one tank equivalent cost to infantry, you could almost buy 4 infantry.
yeah, yeah, that's why I said like it's kind of iffy, but like maybe I didn't try that last game. Like I didn't try to put a tank in Saigon in the last game I played. I put them in several other places, but um, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing to get there, but you could get more infantry or more uh, rangers, and I would probably buy rangers.
yeah, so yeah, I'll go with 2 supplies and 1 ranger.
Alright. So 2 supplies and 1 ranger, that comes to $6. Alright, so that's 17 left, and I do want to say one other thing before you continue purchasing. You don't have to place at every city. In fact, I don't think you'll be able to place at every city unless you bought a ton of supply. Secondly, America can purchase 1 ground unit for South Vietnam to place up in Laos. So if you wanted to save $3 and have America buy an infantry to be placed in Laos for South Vietnam, you could do that.
Oh, also, helicopters are really good for that area down there.
Oh, in the Saigon region?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
helicopters
can use
cost
helicopters.
$8.
But I already bought everything for Saigon, right?
Yeah, you do have 1 production here in Ca Mau, which is relatively close to Saigon. And then Nha Trang is 4 tiles away from Saigon. The helicopter can move 4 tiles if that's what you wanted to buy. So it could get to Saigon the next turn.
That way you could
Yeah.
evacuate your.
Okay, so everything is decided for Saigon. I want Nha Trang to
Oh,
have a helicopter.
okay. That is $8. That's a good purchase. All right, you have $9
Right,
left.
I got 9 left. So I don't really care about Kama for some reasons.
It's just for
Well,
extra
for some
production.
stupid reasons.
It is currently encircled, so you might want to try and get maybe an infantry there to help break out of the encirclement. But you could try and break out with
Yeah.
forces you already have, so you might not want to build there if you break out. Um,
Hmm.
the other thing is you
Does the
also
RVN have any other place of production?
the Arvin. You talk about the
Yeah.
Rangers, or just in
No,
general South Vietnam.
yeah, he was talking about.
So
Yeah, you forgot
so
to
we
mention.
you will build in you can build in Hue. That's another production city. But you also control and play as the monarchist Laotian faction. So out of that $9 left, I would recommend spending some of it in Laos.
Yeah.
Okay, in Laos. Can you switch back to units to see what I should buy there with $9 minus the 3 you recommend me to save up?
So
Hmm.
the three I was recommending uh instead of America buying one of their pieces, they could buy a South Vietnamese piece to be placed up in Laos. It essentially buys a piece for the monarchish Laos as America, not as South Vietnam. America has their own income separate from South Vietnam. So you have $9 left, and I would recommend putting at least something up in Laos.
What do you recommend me to buy now, to purchase now, Ben?
Okay, asking me is asking the wrong person, but maybe
Joe, I trust you, man. I trust you.
okay, probably a fire base in
So
Fire
Vientiane.
base.
he could do a fire
That sounds good to
base.
me.
He could do a fire base. He has enough money for it.
That's
The
a good thing to have early.
the fire base does not need to be built at a city. It can be built in any tile you control during the production phase. So if you want to build a
Yeah,
fire base, that is $8.
fire base lets you shoot like your artillery at a longer range.
Yeah, the howitzer would have to be stationed in the tile with the fire base for that to happen.
Which it already
Um,
is in Vientiane, which is why I suggest you put one in Vientiane.
is that what you want to do, Vitali?
Yep,
Okay. You
absolutely.
you have $1 left, in which I would probably say just buy another supply.
He can save it, right?
He can save it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would also buy the supply.
Wait, no. Let me get this clear. So after this, how much income can I get after the general combat phase?
So the income will be calculated after all combat, and that's what
Yeah, a lot of
this over here is for. So if you gain a territory or lose a territory that has an income value, such as this tile's worth 1 and this tile's worth 1, if you gain this one or if you lose this one, we'll adjust your income for the turn. Currently, you're sitting at $23 of income, assuming you don't lose or take any territory. So you have $1
All right,
left,
so
um, and it's up to you if you want to buy the supply or save the dollar for the next turn.
I'm gonna buy supply.
Okay, that's probably the smart choice. All right, now let's go back to, well, let's not go back. Let's go over to America. America doesn't build at any cities. They're actually building in the States and they're shipping units over to South Vietnam. Your production will happen in these deployment zones. That's where you will place your units that you buy this turn. You also get some Anzac units, which are a free ground unit up to $5. So you can get anything you want up to $5 and you don't have to pay for it. And it would be placed here. America starts off with $26. I can pull this up again. Do you want
Okay,
to
let's
look
go.
at the map to see maybe what you want to get? Or
Yep.
are
Um.
you planning on buying any Laotian monarchist units as the U.S.?
Should probably build one.
Let's see.
Because if you don't buy one, then the only thing being planned to be built up in Laos is a fire base, which is not a unit, it's a facility.
I would actually probably maybe buy another howitzer.
That's a good move.
Howitzer in Laos.
Yep.
Howitzer in
Yeah.
Laos.
So the reason he's saying that, you start with a howitzer in this city, this production zone. If you build your
Yeah.
fire base here, the next turn, this howitzer could do a ranged strike from this city tile, and it could attack 2 tiles away. So I don't know if you want to build it in the city, but it's a range of 2 from the fire base, wherever you put the fire base. If you build a howitzer here, you would then max out how many howitzers can fire from the one fire base. That's why he's recommending a howitzer.
Okay, so yeah, you do you want me to buy a howitzer right now, Ben?
Yeah, I'm the one who suggested it.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy a howitzer in the to put in there. Let's see how it goes.
All right. So this will be a howitzer to be put up in Laos,
Okay.
probably with the fire base. If not, it'll be a turn away.
Do I
We'll
the
roll all at the same time. If you're talking about rolling for the influence tracker, we'll do it after we're done with the purchases for Vitali.
No, I was talking about for the peasant recruitment.
That goes at the end of the turn.
Okay.
Okay. Um.
$21 left.
Well, let me see the units again. Let me see your units.
So currently, I'm going to get rid of this chip. You have 1 American unit in Kamau in infantry, 3 infantry, and a APC in Saigon. In Nha Trang, you have an APC, an infantry, and a transport helicopter. In Hawaii, you have 2 Marines. Being shipped over at the end of the turn, assuming that they can land, because the ports might be damaged, 1 Marine and 1 supply will be heading to Kamau, so it'll follow the arrow to a available port. All of these units, which is a Marine, an infantry, a jet fighter, and an attack helicopter, those will all go to Saigon. These 4 units here will have a choice to go to either Saigon or Nha Trang. These 2 units here will be going to Nha Trang. And then these 4 units here are going to Hue. I should also say, you have 3 bombers currently stationed in Guam. You have 2 bombers and 1 jet fighter stationed in Thailand. Those you can use immediately
Yeah, I
during your
also
turn.
think you should.
Yeah, we're losing you, Ben.
What?
You should probably buy a bomber early on.
Buy bomber.
Both the fighter and the bombers can do bombing missions. The fighters are better at doing general combat. The bombers themselves can't do any general combat. Only bombing
Yep.
missions.
You know, I was
Yep.
actually reading. I was reading in a book last night that in 1968 they started using bombers sometimes as close air support.
Yeah. So,
All right,
so
just give me
anyways,
1 second. I got a phone
um,
call.
Okay, no problem.
hey, Ben, I didn't actually expect to get this have this call meeting, but yeah, if anything happens, I gotta get back to the hospital maybe by 7 a.m. or maybe 7 and a half here, which is which
Over an
is
hour.
a yeah, in about an hour I have to go back to the hospital,
That's all right.
and yeah, and yeah. With that said, I haven't had breakfast, so I gotta get something for breakfast soon.
You
So
having?
the call might be interrupted. Yeah,
You don't have. Oh, okay.
I actually didn't think of anything. I got some yogurt in in the fridge. Oh, I got. Oh yeah, that's God. I got breakfast right under my leg.
Okay. Eat it.
I got some pies.
Okay.
My dad left over. My dad is not gonna eat any of them soon because you know what, he has cardiovascular disease.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna eat it.
Okay. Do him a favor and eat it for him.
You know the choco pie in Vietnam?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The choco pie, does anything resemble that in America too?
No, but I think you know what? I think those are from Australia.
The choco pie thing?
I think I think that's where they're from.
Choco pie was originated in Korea, in South Korea.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that they're popular in Australia, but they're not really popular in America. You can get them at world
Australia,
markets. They're more of a like international thing.
yeah, because Australia is actually you know, a big island, um,
Yeah,
Asian continent. So
kind of
yeah,
like
I still, yeah, it's not Asian. It's not Asian, but actually mm, it's talking about geographical characteristics. Yeah, it is near Asia. It's
yeah,
near Asia, so it can be counted as an Asian country. Not really Asian.
yeah, yeah. We call it Oceania. Their continent is called Oceania.
Yeah, I know. I know. And
Do you need any more advice? Have you spent all your money for USA?
oh yes, I need a lot of advice.
Look at your page. Let's see. Oh, have you not spent any of your money for USA? Oh wait, did he just not take it off? Let me check. Let me
No,
check
I
your
did.
South. Oh yeah, you haven't spent any of the money for USA. Yeah, if I were you, I would buy. Let's see how much the bomber costs.
All right, gents, I'm back.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
welcome. If
You
you use the
do
bomber,
you do
but you
get
should.
go ahead, Ben. So say what you wanted to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say that the bombers are expensive, but I do think you should buy one early.
You do get one free piece, like I was saying, from Anzac. So why don't we pick out that piece real quick?
Okay.
It's any unit up to $5. So that could be an infantry, a marine, an APC, a howitzer, or an AA gun. I would not recommend the AA gun because you probably won't use it. You could also do a supply.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with supply then.
No.
Why? 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 Why?
Yeah,
Why? He's a,
Why?
you get one piece up to $5, and the supply only costs one, so you're losing out on $4.
If it's a free piece, you should take the most expensive piece you can get.
most expensive one. What do you mean?
You want to buy a $5 piece for free.
Yeah, either 5 or if you just need it, get an infantry, but you don't need that. So get like a howitzer or something. Or maybe an APC.
Yeah, I would go for an APC for
Okay.
transporting stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is your Anzac unit, and that doesn't cost anything. So you still have $21 left.
Mm.
Tell you what, in Discord, I will put a packet up for you so you can see how much things cost a little easier.
Yeah, that way you can always reference it.
So you want USA and that one.
What am I supposed to do here, Ben?
He's sending you a piece of paper so you can look at the cost of everything.
So in Discord, in the texting channel, I have uploaded.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that quite well.
Oh, sorry, I had that.
Hold on.
That way you
Oh,
can
I
view
see.
this easier.
One. But actually, I am not able to view
Oh,
the thing
oh.
on this device right now.
Let's see what I can do about that. I have an idea. I'll give you a photo to look at. Give me 1 second. This should help. There.
Oh, okay.
That way I don't have to keep going over the packets.
Yeah.
Did you send him the picture?
Yes.
Yep.
Did you get?
Yep.
Did you? Okay. Is there any questions you have, Vitaly, or are you still just thinking what you want to buy?
I'm asking Ben what I would. I, I can't really decide anything for myself right now. Uh, Ben, what do you think I need here?
Don't. I haven't played as America, so I don't really know.
Oh, okay. So let me just go for this by myself. Um,
I told
what
you to buy.
about what about just attack helicopter? Because that's what I see a lot
All
Yeah,
right,
in
those are
the
good.
wars.
I'll get one of those. That is $8. You have $13
May-
left.
Maybe you should buy a jet bomber.
He does not. Hold on. He might have enough. He could buy
One.
one jet bomber,
Yeah.
and that would be the rest of his money.
Yeah.
Hmm. $13. What
Yeah.
else do you wanna do? What
Well,
else do you wanna do?
these units will be moving into the ports at the end of the turn. So you
Uh,
might want to continue building up an army. So you might want some infantry, some supplies, some howitzers, just to get more
um.
units into South Vietnam.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the supplies then.
All right. How many would you like?
How many? I think I want to go for two for each area.
Uh, some areas can only build two.
Um,
Do you want to
some
just
areas
do?
can only build. Yeah,
Yeah, like this one can only have two. Do you, when you say each area, do you mean each city or do you mean each deployment zone?
yeah. Each deployment zone. I mean,
Okay, so you could put two here. This two, it would max this one out. This is your free piece. You could put two here. You could put two here, and this only has two. So you want to do two for everyone that you can.
um,
That's
yeah,
possible.
two
Okay.
for everyone.
All right. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, $10, leaving you with $3 left.
Okay, I'm gonna save the $3.
Okay. So for America, you're buying 10 supply, an APC, and an attack helicopter.
Yep.
All right. Okay, Ben, let's do your free influence role as the Viet Cong.
Okay, so what is that? Just a 1d10?
That's 1d10, and you'll be successful on a 5 or lower.
Okay. Yeah.
And you are successful. So you can move up
Okay.
a Viet Cong influence tracker.
Okay.
All right? So you pick China.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm now going to do my purchases real quick.
Does that immediately affect my conscription points?
It does not affect your conscription points. It affects what lend lease you receive at the end of the turn.
Okay.
All right, I have $16. Um, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna buy a truck.
You should try the experimental main battle tank strategy.
Mm, I'm gonna try something
Yeah,
different because
because that one again is the most common thing.
I've rarely ever played as the North. I'm gonna do a supply
Smart. Yeah.
and an infantry. 5, 8, that's $9. I'm going to buy two more. Um, I'll do an
Do you
infantry
think
and
you
a
should?
sapper. That'll be $7.
Do you think you don't think you should buy some AA?
Um, nah, I'm gonna wait until they go on sale.
Oh, okay, I see. All right.
Oh, what? Is there like a discount in this game?
There is a event in the game where for 1966 for the North Vietnamese, they can purchase Russian anti-air units for half the cost for that year. So that's what I'm waiting for to save money. I am done purchasing. Hold on.
Air stuff like Sam turrets.
I'm gonna change my buy just slightly. I'm going to buy an influence roll. So instead of doing the infantry and the sapper, I'm doing an infantry and a supply, leaving me $3 left to purchase an influence roll. So, and I'm going to attempt to get one of these trackers up a influence position. And that is successful. I'm going to get a 5 or less, and I rolled a 4. So I'm going to put China up 1, 2. Now my purchases are done. So all of our purchases are done. All of the influence rolls have been rolled for. We now move to the CI combat initiative roll. So I'll roll for America and South Vietnam and myself.
Okay. Okay, I got a 6.
Okay, well, the Viet Cong are going first because they're at an 11, which is the 6 plus the 5. And these are the modifiers that are added. The North Vietnamese go second because I'm at a 6. The Americans go third, and the South Vietnamese go last because they rolled a 1.
They almost.
All right, so the Viet Cong do their combat first.
Let's see what I want to do. What are these checkers under here for? I forgot.
That's 2 units plus the one on top, so I'll just clone this guy for you.
Okay. I don't think there's any more of those anywhere.
They're by the border for it. That's basically it. I have some here. I'll do.
Okay. Guess I'll move.
Stop it. There, fixed. And then I'll do these ones. All right. All right, so this here is a walk-in. That is a dollar. Tile. I'm assuming you want to raid in Saigon? Are you
I'll do that.
supplying them somehow?
Yeah, I used the one from up
The
here.
one from there? Okay. This sapper and this sapper, if you wanted to bring them to Saigon, they can join. They can bring a supply with them for offense. The 2 tiles.
Yeah, I'll have them bring one.
So
My units get built right.
So your non-infantry, non-supply units get built here. That's also where your Lend-Lease comes into play. But infantry type units and supply you can place along the trail, the Chinook supply trail.
Okay.
And the production is the total value of the tile where the money has been activated. Since we're the first
Okay.
turn, none of the colored income has been activated, so it's only the white money.
Okay.
That's the production of the tile.
Let's move that.
And that's also a walk-in.
We'll move.
These guys will get a free raid unless you want to attack with them, the South Vietnamese forces.
And then that'll be all.
Alrighty. So we will start wherever you want to start. What battle do
I'll
you want to
start right
start
here.
with? Okay. I'll just grab everything. Thank you. Alright, so we'll set the pieces up. Defenders are in blue, attackers are in red or pink. These are here, and you have 1 round of combat.
Yeah.
Alright, so this tile has terrain. It's a mountain tile, it's a jungle tile, and it's a river tile. There are no units that will suffer a penalty from the mountain. There are no units that will suffer a penalty from the jungle. All of the attacking units will go down 1 for attacking a river tile. Alright, here we go. The attacker will now roll. So I'll get you some
Okay.
dice.
Put them right. All right. I'll roll the sappers first.
You have 2 hits. That is all you needed.
Oh. Okay.
Alright. Vitali, this is your defense here, which you'll have 2 dice where you need to get a 3 or less.
Okay.
1 hit.
I'll do it to this infantry piece. Hey, for some reason I can't delete.
Oh, you're not promoted. There you go. So because the round is over, we have to consume the supply, and you will take the tile.
Nice.
So this is now a Viet Cong tile.
Okay. GG on that.
You both did some damage to each other.
I'm just trying to cut South Vietnam in half.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Is there anything?
You have the raid in Saigon, and I believe that's the only other thing that's actually requiring
Anything
combat.
else?
All the other ones were just simple walk-ins. You just walked into an empty tile.
Yeah.
So here, grab your raiding specialists, and I'll grab the defending specialists. Also grab your supply, and I'll grab my supply, because we could possibly lose it both.
Right.
You going to the right board or the left board?
I'll go to the right one.
Okay. And then I'll grab the rest of your pieces here.
Okay.
All right. Two defending rangers are at a 2. Your sappers attack at a 4.
But I'm just raiding, so it's not even. My hits don't go onto them, right?
Yeah, you can't kill any pieces, but you can damage facilities.
Okay.
All right, and the reason we only bring the rangers is as defense is because he's doing a raid. So Vitali, you might want to get some more defense against this in the future if they start doing more of these raids. Anyways, let's do bonuses and debuffs. This is a city tile, so the defending infantry types will go up 1. And it's a river tile, so the attacking infantry units will also go down 1. Or I should say ground units will go down 1. Alright, so there are 4 attackers at a 3 or less.
Down right.
You have 1 hits. Okay, I'm just going to track that for now. We can worry about what you plan on damaging later. The defenders will have 2 dice at a 3 or less. No hits, but there is 1 unit that has to retreat, which is really bad on our end.
Show them where you can put them.
So this ranger can only go into Saigon at this point. Well, I mean, here's what I'll say. This ranger is forced to retreat due to a penalty that the South Vietnamese infantry units have, where they suffer desertion and there's another word I'm trying to think of. Insubordination.
Low morale.
It's not. It
Oh
has
yeah, that's.
nothing to do with American morale. This will continue until the Cambodian incursion, and at that time is when the South Vietnamese finally fixed their army. So, anyways, this ranger has to retreat from the battle. He can retreat into the tile he's in, or to an adjacent controlled tile. So I'll let you choose, Vitali, where you want him to retreat to.
You should either
Uh,
probably keep them in Saigon or move
Or
these
move
two.
to
yeah.
adjacent controlled.
I want to go to Dinzan.
Up here.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, we'll continue the battle. That was 1 round of combat, so that will consume an attacker's supply.
All right. So now I've got 2 more of these.
You got 1 more hit, and it's a 1. When a 1 is rolled, an enemy supply is destroyed. Okay, so you got 2 hits now, and there's only 1 defender
It's a
ranger.
good.
Yeah, just roll it on the table here.
Yeah. Just.
That is 1 hit.
Hey, you got something.
So 1 attacking
killed
unit
one.
has to be killed. Alright, now we have 1 more round of combat if the attacker wants to continue.
Yes, I do want to continue.
Okay. You got another one, which is huge, because that's all the supply in Saigon. So this supply is destroyed because he rolled a 1. And we have to take a casualty.
Mine's also. Wait.
Oh, no, this guy
He.
was already dead.
Oh,
You rolled a 1 last
they
round.
died.
Yeah, you rolled a 1 and it died.
Oh, that. But I'm
No,
raiding.
sorry, you're right. Let me get that guy back.
Yeah,
All right,
he didn't die. Don't worry,
on
Italy.
defense,
Oh yeah, I know.
on defense, there is 1 at 3. That's a miss. So the attacker is now forced to retreat.
And they can just go to a friendly adjacent tile.
Well, it has to be a tile from which you came, or you can go
Okay.
into the tile. And with the sappers, they can go into enemy territory and stay there.
There
It does.
then. Yeah.
They can also finish their movement after their combats. So if you had like a movement left over, you could move
One of them does.
again but it's only in enemy territory. You're not allowed to do non-combat moves in enemy territory.
Right. Okay. So now it's your turn.
Now it's the Norse turn. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start with the walk-ins down south. I'm gonna grab this tile. So that's gonna push me up a CI bonus for capturing the territory. Some of these are going to walk over. Bring the truck with an infantry and a supply. I'm going to attack this tile. This one I'm going to send down here. That's going to be it. So I'm going to start with this northern battle in Laos, going after the trail. So this trail here functions like what can I use to describe how it functions? It's a balance point. If I attack past the trail, I'll start getting penalties, and the South Vietnamese will start getting buffs, bonuses. If they, as in the South Vietnamese, attack across the trail, I will start getting bonuses, and they will start taking penalties.
But sometimes it's worth taking those buffs and
Sometimes,
debuffs.
but rare.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, I'm going to have you roll for Vitaly. So I have 4 at 3.
Yeah, you roll first.
I got 3 hits. Wow.
Bottom's a 1. Except. Alright, so you gotta kill us, but we get 3. Vitaly. Alright, this is for you, bud.
2 hits. Nice. I'm gonna take a sapper, 1 infantry, and I'll take another sapper.
Why are you taking it off of your sappers out of curiosity?
Because the infantry defend better and the South Vietnamese still have to go.
Oh, okay.
Also, the infantry will take a little while to get there. Sappers can reinforce that faster if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But yes, they are more expensive units. All
Hey,
right.
wait, why are there still? Oh, okay, that was up there. Okay.
Yep. So I capture that tile. It's another CI bonus for me. It's also worth $2 at the moment. Okay. Then there is this battle here. You're on the wrong board.
Yeah.
And one of these supply is yours. So I just put it up there for you.
Okay.
All right. I have 1 at 3.
Italy,
Nope.
are you understanding everything?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
4 at 2.
Oh, sorry, I grabbed one
Oh,
of yours in
here.
the air.
I'll roll one more. Nope. And 1 at 1. No hits. The defender now gets to roll if you haven't yet.
Okay.
No
Nothing.
hits. All right. I'm going to consume my supply. Does the defender want to attempt to retreat?
That's up to you, Italy.
Do you want to try and retreat these guys out and maybe save them for a counterattack?
Or is it? This is up here.
Mm,
If I would definitely
It is in this tile down here.
I want to
Yeah.
keep him safe.
You should probably move him right there.
So you want to attempt to retreat?
Yep.
Okay. So you need to roll a d6 here, Ben, and you need
Okay.
a 1 through 4. That's successful.
Got it.
So they retreat, and you can bring your supply. That
All
also
right. So it's
retreats.
where can they retreat to?
Any adjacent tile not being attacked that you control.
All right. Which one do you want to retreat them to?
Anything that's a
Do you want to move? I would move them either to Quang Tri or
You
to.
could split
yep,
them
yep.
up too.
But most probably because that's where their friends are.
Yeah. All right. Where's that supply? Let's throw the supply
It's
in there.
out in the water.
Okay.
Alrighty, that is another tile captured. There is no real changes I need to make because my bonus is maxed out. The bonus is maxed out on the opposite end for the south, and this tile is not worth $1 yet. So that is all of my combats as the North Vietnamese. So we'll move on to America's turn.
You don't want to do anything with this?
Um,
Why don't you attack like that or something
I feel like it'd be a waste of supply in the region.
with your sapper?
Yeah, but what I will do though is force him to attack me here
Oh, good idea.
to waste that supply.
Okay.
All right, America's up, so we will start with the air missions and range strike phase. So all of your planes and howitzers at a fire base will be used at this point. So the bombers and possibly this fighter. You don't have to use the fighter
Mm.
during this turn, this air mission phase. So the bombers are what you're going to use to bomb my income for the turn along the trails. Or you could bomb Will's income for the turn. You could also
Williams.
bomb facilities.
Yeah, then
Oh,
I most likely want to bomb the facilities.
okay.
You should bomb your own home.
So,
Yeah.
what would you like to
Literally, you
bomb then?
in the game.
Uh, Can I possibly bomb Hanoi?
You can. If you bomb Hanoi, though,
Why are you
there
laughing? It's so obvious. It's so obvious that I would like to bomb Hanoi.
there's a defending fighter jet, and there's an AA gun which will get one shot at all attacking planes. Also, each communist city at the start of the game, like that they control at the start of the game. So the main three cities for the north, and then Kep, which is the Viet Cong city. If you bomb those cities, uh, the player who is bombed will receive a free influence roll immediately. So
But tell him the advantage.
there is some political repercussions if you decide to bomb those cities.
But tell him the advantages.
If you bomb, let's say you take out this factory, you do 6 damage or more on the factory. I can't place anything there this turn.
Yeah, you could
Um,
possibly fuck up.
any amount of damage before 6 will reduce the factory's production by 1. So if Vin has, let's say, 1 damage on the factory, it can only build 1 unit that turn. If you bomb
It would
the
be
air, if you bomb
would
the
be to bomb
airbase,
Hanoi.
each damage reduces a plane from landing and taking off from that airbase. Um, so 1 damage would allow 2 planes to be used. 2 damage, only 1 plane could be used. 3 damage knocks out the airbase. No planes can land there or take off. The rail line can only hold 1 damage, but if a rail line is damaged during the non-combat movement phase, I cannot rail through or out of that tile.
Mm, okay.
The smart no risk play would be to just bomb one of his railroads around here right now because he's got nothing to defend him with, and or also just to bomb something like this to get the money.
Yeah, bomb money. You could bomb the money that I control in Laos and just get rid, and that would get rid of my money for the turn in those tiles.
You can also bomb his units with napalm.
Yep, you could try a napalm strike against my ground units. You can also bomb in
So what?
Cambodia too, on the trail lines. So I'll let you decide how you want to use your bombers.
Yeah, like I said, did you let my bomber to bomb Hanoi just yet?
I haven't put anything up there. I wanted to explain to you what the repercussions are if you decide to bomb Hanoi, and you can if you want to.
I'll just go bomb Hanoi anyway.
Do you want to send all of your bombers or just a couple of them? Or
No, no. Actually, I just want to send one bomber as a warning message.
hey, one bomber is going to Hanoi. All right, you have 4 more bombers, and you could
Okay,
bomb with
so
this
I
fighter.
will I bomb the rail lines surrounding Hanoi.
Uh,
That's what I want.
Okay, so there and there.
interesting. There's 3 tiles you could do around Hanoi. Which one would you like?
Um, I'll go for North Tenghua.
Right here.
Uh, this one doesn't have a rail line, but this one does.
I'm sorry, South Tenghua. I mean,
Um,
Yeah, south.
all right, you have 3 more bombers left. The bombers have infinite range, so like you don't have to worry about how far they can move. The fighters have a range though in the area.
mhm.
So you have 3 more bombers left.
Do you want to bomb all three of the rail lines around Hanoi?
Yeah. Let's isolate Hanoi then. Let,
Also, I'll tell you one more spot you could put one. Would be Lao Kai because
what does Luckeye have
uh
anything to do with that?
that
It's just the rail line.
yeah, never mind. No.
That's the only thing you could bomb there. If you do DNBN, you could choose either the
Can
rail line or the dollar value. That could be bombed.
Let's see.
can his spider reach it?
One,
Any
two, three,
other
four, five,
places I
six.
could bomb? Let me see Hui though. Let me see. Uh,
Way.
no, it's not that one. Hui is under control of the south.
Yeah.
You want
No,
Vin?
a little bit up here.
There's
There. That one.
This one or this one?
The circle one.
This one.
Okay.
Finn.
Your let's see. Your fighter has a range of 10. It would have to land back at an airbase after this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning you'll have 5 movement. You can get back to this airbase. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could also land in Hawaii. So you have a
The only
couple
problem with
options.
Finn.
Yeah, there is an AA gun here. It will get one shot at your plane at a 1 on a D10. It has to roll a 1.
Yes,
I'll risk it.
of successfully doing it.
This is a interesting first start. All right. There are no other airplanes that America can use this time, and there's no fire bases, so we'll have Ben roll for you for the bombers, and I'll explain what the values he needs. I'll also get a couple of these dice. All right. Do you want to just go north to south,
Yeah,
or do
let's
you
do
want
north
to?
to south. Let's start with
So the bomber is going to bomb at a
Bitchy.
5 or less. The jungle, though, will make it a 4 or less. So you need a 4 or less to
For
do
the D6.
4. Yeah, D6. That is a miss.
Ah,
All right.
okay.
This one here in Hanoi, the bomber will be at a 5 or less normally, and then a 4 or less for bombing a city tile.
Okay,
That's 3 damage.
got it.
So let's just keep that at 3 for right now, and I'll roll my defense. I have one AA gun at a 1. That's a miss, and I have a fighter defending at a 4. That's also a miss. So the bomber survived. Uh, Vitali, what would you like to put the damage on in the tile?
Uh, put the damage on the factory.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there's
good
there's
idea.
one on the factory. You have 2 left. Do you want to put it all on the factory, or do you want to put one on the rail line, one on the one of the air base, or all on the factory?
I want to put one on the rail line.
Okay, and you have 1 left.
Put the other one on the factory.
Yeah, on the other factory as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll get a influence roll for that bombing. And I failed. So it was the best outcome for you.
That was really good. I guess
Yeah.
bombing Hanoi is pretty good.
He got lucky. He snuck through. All right. This bomber here is at a 5 or less, and I cannot scramble because I already defended. That's 1 damage to the rail line. That's a hit. This one is
This one right
at
here.
a 5 or less. That's a miss.
No.
And this one's at a 5 or less. That's a hit.
Got it.
All right, 1
That
damage.
was really good.
That was a good round.
All right, now down.
And now we have Vin. So the fighter normally bombs at a 3 or less, but because of the city,
Down.
it goes down to a 2.
Okay.
So that's a miss,
Nope.
and I have one AA gun at a 1. That's also a
Nope.
miss. And because you bombed my city, I get an influence roll at a 5 or less. That's a success. I'm going to move Russia up to a 3. Alrighty. All of the bombers and fighters have been used, so they have to go back to an air base at this time.
In Hue or Thailand?
Where do you want the fighter? Uh, Vitaly, do you want it in Hawaii or do you want it in Thailand?
I want to get it land in Thailand.
Okay. Um, the
And the bombers all go
bombers,
back to Thailand.
not all of them. There's only 2 more that can land at Thailand.
Okay.
The other ones I
Well,
would send back to Guam because you
okay.
don't typically want them in South Vietnam because they could be attacked and you don't want them to be attacked.
You can't scramble bombers.
No. You can only scramble fighters.
Okay.
All right. That is all the bombing phase. Now we go to ground combat, or I should say general combat. Vitali, it's America's turn, so do you want to attack any tiles as America in this region currently? And we'll just go along South Vietnam.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Long An first.
All right. If you do that, you would have to pull this one supply. And let me give you a couple reasons why you probably don't want to do this attack. But I'm not going to stop you from doing it. The first reason is if you do not win this battle and America retreats, then your
I get
morale will be
a
penalized.
morale minus. Yep.
Right. You're safe as long as you stay 12 through 9. As soon as you go to 8, that's when you start taking some penalties.
Yep.
But if you want to do this attack, then go right ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna proceed with the attack.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything else that can reach the battle. This guy cannot reach. There's no other supply that can reach. So that's everything for that area. How about in this region? The transport helicopter can't do any attacks. The APC can move 3 tiles, and it can either bring 2 supply or a supply and an infantry. It could also, on top of that, tow a support unit, but there are no support units here. So essentially, these units can move 3 tiles and attack if you want to. You will get stuck in the
Hmm.
mountains if you move into them.
I'm not. Uh, well, I'm not gonna risk it because they will get some malaria in the mountains.
Okay. How about there's nothing you can reach in Hawaii, so these guys will just be sitting there for now. So we have
Yeah, I'll
this
settle it from
one
this point.
combat here. Uh, did you want to attempt breaking out of the city with your 1 infantry? Or do you want to let the South Vietnamese take care of this?
Yeah, I'll leave my South Vietnamese Jews
Okay.
take care of that.
Then we will do this battle here. All right. So 2s for 1 round of combat. The infantry's at a 3. There are 2 rat tunnels. And I'm just going to put that to the side. The terrain for the tile is a river, so all attacking ground units go down 1. And then the rat tunnels would apply a -1 to one specific unit, but they're already at 1 and they can't go lower than 1. If the attacking infantry type units roll a 0 or a 10 in this case, they will be killed by the Punji traps in these tunnels. So now seeing this, do you want to continue the battle, or do you want to say you didn't want to?
Yeah, I will. I will
Okay.
continue it.
All right, so the attacker starts. You will have 1 dice at 1 for the APC, and 3 dice at 1 for the infantry.
Okay, I was running. I was rolling for myself.
Did you already roll? Oh, you're rolling for yourself. I
Yeah,
see.
I rolled
Okay, so you missed.
yeah.
I'll have 1 at 1 for the APC. That's a miss, and there'll be 3 at 1 for the infantry. Wow.
Oh, you got something.
2
Wow,
hits
two.
and
You killed it.
one's killed. Impressive. Was not expecting that. That was very risky.
You destroy a rat.
Yeah. All right. So that's awesome. America will go up a CI bonus, and the Viet Cong will go down a CI bonus. America goes up 1 because it captured a tile. So the Viet Cong go down 1 because they lost a tile. It's not worth $1. And your morale would go up, but it's already at a 12. So that was a good combat for you. That is all of the planned combats. We will now go to the South Vietnamese combat turn. So let's start in this area,
Nice.
Vitali.
Okay. See, I see some dudes in Saigon, and I kind of not like them. So,
So you could attack
uh,
them, but
yeah,
you are out of supply. So you can't do any attacks into Saigon. You have supply down here, but the city is trapped. So you would have to attack this tile to free up the city. So you could
I want to attack Baguio first.
do that, and then you can bring other
What?
units around to attack here.
Yeah, if you bring, it'll make more sense.
Yeah,
Do you want to
this
bring them in?
Yep, of course.
this ranger and this ranger have a movement of 2. You might want to leave the one in the city because they're
You actually,
next. You also might want to non-combat this guy back instead of using him for combat. This
Yep.
APC can move um 3, and it can
Yeah,
bring
all the way
1
to
guy
Baguio.
with him.
I would like that.
Okay. The only thing that I'm going to let you know of is you're leaving the city exposed. And if I'm correct, there has been 3 damage dealt to facilities by the Viet Cong, which we haven't applied yet. So let's do that real quick. Ben, what would you like to damage?
I'd like 1 damage on the railroad, and I'd like the other 2 on the factory.
All right.
Damn, if i- if VC takes full control of the city, that means they win, right?
Yeah, if the Viet Cong take full control of Saigon and they hold it after all combat has happened, then they win the game. So you might not want to bring
Well,
all of these units here.
let's say, yeah, I'm not gonna make him there to play Five Nights at Freddy's with Ben.
The other thing you
So
could
yeah,
do, if you do want to bring these here, You could walk these guys into the city during the
Yeah,
non-combat
I'm
phase.
gonna move the guys from Tianzang to the city to help better defend it.
Okay. All
You'll
right.
also be able to bring your truck, APC rather.
The APC can't make it back. It could go to Kamau though.
This one can't.
Oh, that one can. Yes, sorry. This American one can bring this infantry with it back to the city. It's this APC still has movement. So, are you happy with this? Or did you want to bring another ranger? I thought you might want him to go back here. This is like the
Yeah,
last
see
piece that could reach.
if any other guys who can be there to support him. Nope, I think just bring the guys from Tianzang
Just to the
to
city.
go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about in this region? You have this APC and a fighter jet. You could also use these to supply, so you could potentially have 2 rounds of combat, or at least 1 round
You,
to bring the infantry, and
you can also
you could attack up to 3 tiles away with the APC and other adjacent units. You also you could have this plane join a battle if you wanted to, or you could have it try and bomb some pieces or some money on the trail.
Yeah, I'll always bomb the money choice.
Bomb the money. So you have a dollar here that can be bombed, $2 here, or a dollar here. And I want to say that's probably your max range with this plane. This $2 tile does have an AA gun on defense.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Don't worry, it's gonna miss.
All right,
he's not
he's
afraid of.
he's he's playing risky.
Is it though? It's 1 out of 10.
I bombed Hanoi last time. Why can't I bomb just a forest? Why can't I just drop napalm on the forest?
Should I roll this right now?
Yes, it'll be at a wrong dice. It'll be
Wait,
it'll be at a
there's a
1.
7. I missed.
Well, you it's the wrong dice anyways.
Oh, it's supposed to be a D6.
D6. Normally at a 3, the jungle makes it 2, and the rat tunnel here will move it down to a 1. That's a miss.
Okay.
The AA gun fires at a 1.
Roll the AA. That's my piece. That's why I
All
rolled
right.
a 7.
Oh, yeah. Duh. I see what you're saying now. All right. Do you want to do any ground combat, Vitali, in this area?
No, there seems like big dudes, so I don't really want to move any guys out there. They just leave
Okay.
them play in Yachang, enjoy
How
some.
about in this region?
You can
In
move
that
here.
region particularly,
Yeah.
I might want to play some brawling.
You could, if you want to attack here, you could bring this APC, and try and squish in the middle.
No, I'm not.
That
I'm
is
not gonna go to a forest. That's bad. I
Okay.
wanna stay with the girls, you know. So let's just Guangxi has 2 supplies.
Yep.
What could I possibly do?
You
Go and attack the
could
north?
attack this tile. You could attack this tile. You could
that
also
I'm
has
not
a
gonna.
lot.
bring you could bring the APC to either of these battles with an
Uh,
infantry and a supply,
yes,
or
yes.
2
I
supply.
would like an APC with me.
Okay.
I would like an APC with me.
What do you want to bring with the
Okay.
APC? A supply, 2 supply, or infantry and a supply?
Um, a supply.
Okay. And which tile would you like to attack? If you attack over this tile, there is border forts there. All of your ground units will be -1 attack. And then the defense will get 2 dice rolls at 3 every round on top of their defense.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I would do that. I would just go and
Just go
try
for it.
test their
Send it.
patience. Yeah.
This ranger with this supply could join this battle if
Mm,
if you want him to.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
He's going for it. He's going over the border fort.
That's cool. Did,
Is he
did I
bring
tell you that? Did I
AK
tell
gun
you
or-
that Bombing is my home? It's my dad's hometown.
Yeah, you told me that, but you
Do
didn't tell
you
him
want to
that.
bring the AA gun with you, or do you want to leave it here?
Yeah, just leave it there.
All right. Let's do this battle real quick.
All of this supply is South Vietnam's.
Yes. The one of them is mine. No, no, no. All of it is South Vietnam's.
And everything we have is at a 1.
Except for the Ranger, it's not going over the border, so it's at a 3.
3.
Maybe I'll just complete this turn and then leave the game for
Yep.
another
Well,
time.
there's one reason why you might not want to bring that Ranger. Now that I think of it, it is a attack over the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Oh yeah.
So I will be able to move up an influence tracker. And my CI bonus will go up +2. It's already capped though. So that really wouldn't change
But that
anything.
he goes this way.
Those units are fine. I'm specifically talking about the Ranger that's in this
Interesting.
tile.
I would still do it. It's your only good piece in this shitty battle. But what do you want to do?
So it'll be 5 defense at a 3 versus attacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 at a 1 and 1 at a 3. The AA gun does not defend, but I could take it as a casualty, I guess.
Okay. So what do you want to do, Vitaly?
Mm, what am
Just
I supposed to do right now?
Yeah,
take
we
it.
are. Do you want to do the battle or do you not want to do the battle?
Oh, I'm still proceeding with that. What
Okay.
do you mean?
All
Okay.
right. Go ahead, Ben, and start the rolls. Just do the APC separate from the infantry.
I'm doing that one first.
That is a
Nothing.
retreat.
Does he have
So
to retreat where he came?
he has to retreat from the tile he came, which is this tile.
Okay.
Okay. He could retreat into the tile. Vitaly, do you want him to go to this tile or go to this tile?
Uh, to Quang Binh.
Stay in Quangbin. All right. Next up, we have the APC at a 1. That is a
Nothing.
miss. And then there are 6 infantry at a 1.
Okay. I'll do this and roll one more.
1 hit,
Ooh.
2 hits.
Far.
All right.
But I get one more.
One
I mean,
more.
just
Yep. I'm just going to track the casualties here.
nothing.
All right. On defense, I have 5 at 3.
What do you mean 5? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember now.
I got 2 hits. I'm going to take the A gun and an infantry as my casualties.
All right, Italy. I would probably take off 2 infantry. Do you want to
And
continue?
a supply is
Yep.
Yeah,
consumed.
you might be able to win this.
He might. He needs to get 1s. All right. The
Okay.
APC is at a 1.
Eh,
No. And then
nope.
4 infantry at a 1. No hits, 2 retreat. The 9 and the 10 is a retreat. So these will go back to Quang Tri. All right. I now have 4 at 3. No hits. A supply is consumed. Vitaly, do you want to continue the fight?
Yep.
Okay. The APC at a 1.
Let's do that.
Nope. And the 2 infantry at a 1.
The 2. Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it is 2. Okay. Bring him over here.
1 hit.
Ooh, got one.
Wow. Very lucky.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculously lucky this round. I have
Yeah.
4 at 3. One hit. Man,
You're not doing.
I'm not doing too well. All right, and a supply is consumed.
Do you want to
Vitaly,
continue?
do you want to continue?
Of course. Of
Okay.
course.
The
All right.
APC at a 1.
That
And
was close.
the truck at a the infantry at a 1. No.
Oh, it bounced off of.
I have 3 at 3. 1 hit.
You got one.
And the supply is consumed. The attacker now has to retreat. Wow,
You're
that was
really weak here.
close. That was close. All right, Vitaly. Let's look in the Laotian region. Are there any attacks in this area you'd like to try?
Mm, most of it is mountains, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Meaning your truck would get stuck in the mountains for that turn. Unless you retreat
Since
to a non-mountain tile.
no, why are my guys in the region? Um, nope, nope. I don't really want to attack.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, then we'll move
Then
to non-combat.
we will move to non-combat. The communist faction went first in the turn order. So that means the Democratic faction will do their non-combats together at the same time first. So let's start in this region.
okay, so I think that is yeah, we can
Oh,
pause for now.
we do have this one attack here.
Oh, well,
Oh
that
yeah,
that one, that one is
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, this is all that's left for offense.
Okay,
We'll do this, and then
I forgot about that. I forgot I
yeah,
attacked that
I
one.
forgot about it too. Um, let's see here. We'll do this, and then if you have to take off, I'll save the game. And it's a river tile. All those go down. All right. Go ahead. Roll the APC separate. Or I will,
You
because
roll it.
you're
It's the
defending.
fine. Yeah.
That's a miss. And there's 4 infantry there. Uh, no hits. No retreats though.
Okay. I got 2.
Oh God. That's like the worst case scenario. Oh my God. All right, we have to take 2
Both your
casualties. Both the supply is destroyed, the attacking supply. Vitaly,
If
you
I were
need to
you, I
take
would do
2 casualties.
Uh, not too smooth in it.
No, your luck ran out.
I should have stayed there and grabbed the boobs, not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
All right. I would do 2 infantry if I were you, because the APC is expensive. Infantry's cheap. Up to you though.
uh, yeah. Yeah, I'll go back. Yeah.
So
You
you
have
want
to go back. We have to deliver.
you have to take 2 casualties.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna take casualties on the APC, of course.
Okay.
All right. So you can have one of these units retreat back to Kamau if you like.
Yep,
Otherwise,
yep.
the other ones will have to be in this tile.
Yeah. Okay. So
And
let's
then
keep that
these
way.
guys held the territory.
Uh,
All right, that is it for combat. I'll save it here if you have to go.
yeah,
Or we can do
that was
combat
fun.
moves if you have.
I don't know. Do you have
And then
time,
the turn.
or are you out of time?
What?
Vitaly, are you out of time?
Hello.
Yeah. I think I should
Okay.
get a move now to the hospital.
All right.
Okay.
We'll pick up with non-combat next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next
Yes. That's how
time,
you're.
gonna be not.
And so
Okay.
I'll save this here.
All right.
I'll do a new folder.
Is there a way to make notes on it so that you remember that we didn't do
Yeah, I'll
non-combat
in
yet?
in the name. Um, I'll save it
Yeah. No.
as
Not.
non-combat 1, non-combat turn 1.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, that is it.
What time is it?
It is 8:37
Um.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. I'm ready to buy the game.
Awesome. Well, why don't I end the stream here? To whoever who is watching or has watched, thanks for stopping by.